Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman. Cher Calvin is off tonight. Love it or hate it, the federal health care overhaul championed by President Obama is the law of the land tonight. The reforms, including a controversial individual mandate, were upheld by the United States Supreme Court. KTLA's Brandi Hitt here in studio tonight with more on the impact of today's ruling. Brandi.
Micah, when this historic ruling came down, cheers filled the White House and angry boos came from protesters outside the Supreme Court. No matter how you feel, this health care law will soon impact every American. In a landmark decision, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled 5-4 that the Affordable Care Act is constitutional.
With today's announcement, it's time for us to move forward.
It's a victory for President Obama, who signed the law 2 years ago.
I'm as confident as ever that when we look back 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, or 20 years from now, we'll be better off.
The controversy of so-called Obamacare centered on the individual mandate that requires Americans to have health insurance by 2014 or pay a fine.
You have to have health insurance. If you get it from the government, if you get Medicaid, if you get federal health care, you can keep it. If you have private insurance, you can keep it. It's really directed at those who have decided not to get health insurance.
The big surprise? Chief Justice John Roberts sided with liberal members of the court and wrote, the federal government does not have the power to order people to buy health insurance. The federal government does have the power to impose a tax on those without health insurance.
Look, it quacks like a tax, it looks like a tax, it functions like a tax. It is a tax.
This law is a tax.
It's just another way with the tax.
And you can bet that tax issue will now dominate the presidential race.
Our mission is clear. If we want to get rid of Obamacare, we're going to have to replace President Obama.
It's already helped shore up Mitt Romney's Republican base. His campaign posted on Twitter $2.5 million was raised online since the Obamacare ruling. But supporters of the bill argue Romney implemented the same mandate as governor of Massachusetts.
You're going to have to make people pay for it, otherwise they're going to get it for free.
The health care bill also forces insurers to cover people with pre-existing conditions. Young people under 26 can stay on their parents' plans, and businesses with more than 50 full-time employees must provide coverage. Health care executives say they'll also be hit with new fees, and those will be passed on to consumers.
Tax burdens that is going to naturally increase the cost of the price of health insurance.
But for the uninsured like Shirley Smith,
now I'm going to be one of those who's going to get health care.
Instead of showing up to the emergency room, she'll now be able to go to local clinics like this one.
Community clinics, comprehensive care centers, LA County programs, they all benefit from the Affordable Care Act.
And the battle over health care is not over. House Republicans have already scheduled a vote to fully repeal the health care bill in 2 weeks. Micah?
Brandi Hitt, thank you. Only on